Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Thomas, and I discuss my near-death experience, the things I learned, and the things I think you should know. So today I have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to be reading from my notes. So if I'm looking away from the camera or it sounds scripted, that's why. So before I begin, I would like to thank you, my viewer, for your help in making my channel a success. I've reached more than 15,000 views on my channel, which is just awesome. I had no idea that it would be this successful when I started with my first video. You are a big reason why Sarah, my angel, and I chose for me to come back from the other side to share with you what I had been shown. It is not easy to be back on this side, away from Sarah, but if I've helped even one person, it has been worth it. I saw that time does not really exist on the other side, and when I get back to Sarah, it will feel like only a moment has passed and this life is just a dream. So, I gotta say, it very much feels like a dream since my near-death experience. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. My next goal is 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I know I can make it very soon. Alright, let's get started. So today I was inspired by Sarah, who has really become my unseen partner in this channel, to discuss 5 signs that you're about to have a near-death experience. Really, there are at least 6 signs, as what signs you experience are highly personal, but I see very clearly the signs that were there for me, and I'm sure you will experience at least these 5 signs before you have a near-death experience. I have learned that major life events, like at NDE, ripple backwards and forwards in time, and by that I mean that there were things leading up to and after my near-death experience that were very much pointing to an NDE. I just didn't know it at the time. I sure wish I had. Before my near-death experience, there were things that happened, like seeing all the clouds looking like angels, that could have let me know something big was about to happen. I even remember walking out of lunch a few days before my NDE and seeing all the clouds looking like angels and thinking that something big was about to happen. I just didn't realize it was deeply personal and that it would happen to me. Then after my NDE, I continued to see visions for weeks or months after my experience. For example, I had this 2 or 3 inch tall angel come visit me. And one morning, just after waking up, I remember seeing the halo on my Virgin Day necklace flowing and moving as if it were fluid, and it's metal. Alright, let's get into the 5 signs that you yourself are about to have a near-death experience. And remember that these signs may happen in any order and that it is highly personalized. So the first sign is that you are asking yourself in a big and life-changing way if God or Jesus is real. This may or may not be for the first time in your life, but this time it somehow feels bigger than you are. You feel a real need to find the answer for yourself and not just what religious and spiritual scholars teach. You're probably praying for the first time, or you have suddenly stopped praying. You feel like no matter what, you need to find the answer for yourself. It has you distracted from your normal obligations, such as relationships, work, or school. You just can't seem to get it off your mind. And that brings me to the next sign. You are having an existential crisis in a big way. You are suddenly outraged at life and find immoral people outrageous and infuriating. You suddenly do not understand how governments can be in power, and the idea of money makes you deeply upset. And I'd just like to point out all this stuff happened to me before my NDE. So you are all of a sudden looking around your world and finding yourself angry or upset at what you see. The relationships you're in, both romantic and personal, seem petty, and you're asking yourself if they benefit you in any way. This is a sign of something bigger. You're looking up at the stars, longing for some unknown, unseen truth that you know for sure must be out there. Religion has failed you, and you don't know how to find the truth that you seek. The next sign that you're about to have a near-death experience is that you are suddenly seeing signs from the universe. Like me seeing clouds that all look like big angels, the universe is suddenly talking to you. Do not ignore this sign, as it is probably the biggest single sign that you might get that you're about to have at NDE. You might suddenly start seeing the angel archetype everywhere. You might start seeing angel numbers every time you check the clock, and synchronicities are everywhere in your life. You weren't looking for these signs and synchronicities, but here they suddenly are, and in a big way that you cannot ignore if you tried. Another of the signs that you're about to have a near-death experience is that you have health issues. They may be sudden or chronic, but your health has suddenly gotten worse. You may not even realize that your health is failing you, but it is a sure sign that you are about to have a NDE. It could be a sudden heart attack, stroke, or a chronic issue that may have the potential for suddenly getting worse. Again, you may not even realize that your health is about to fail you in a big fashion. And that brings me to the final sign that you're about to have a near-death experience. You have a real need for a near-death experience. And what do I mean by this? Well, if you have met the criteria for the other 4 signs, then you probably have a need for a near-death experience. You also have a real need to meet with Jesus or to meet your angels. You need to know what secrets the universe has hidden, often in plain sight, from you. You might also be on the wrong path, or wrong life path, or on a destructive path. Not all NDEs end up in heaven like mine. In fact, few do. Fewer still take you to hell. If you've met the other signs and you're a sinner, look out, because the universe might just wake you up in a dramatic fashion, telling you that you need to change your ways by taking you to hell. Don't worry though, as those NDEs are incredibly rarer still. Either way, it may be that you're being called to be of service to humanity. So those are the 5 sure signs that you're about to have a near-death experience. You may not even see the signs before it happens, but a huge life-changing event, like a near-death experience, will always ripple backwards and forwards in time, dropping hints along the way. So thank you for watching. Again, if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button, as you were a big reason I came back from my NDE to share what I was shown. I hope you have a peaceful, joy-filled day. Much love and light. Namaste.